Hey, Lee Wolf here. We are live with Game Face Monday. As always, Mr. Richie Bello sitting to my side here digitally. And today we have a special guest. That is Ying Zhou of the Queens College Tech Incubator. How's everyone doing today?
Great.
Good.
Good, awesome. All right, yeah, before we get rolling on the show, we just have a quick message from our sponsor, Shop Smart Autos. Getting new customers is exciting and necessary, but while attracting new customers is important, retaining your customers creates an unending stream of revenue that keeps your dealership moving forward. Whether you're a marketing team for car dealerships or a dealership yourself, Shop Smart Autos has your retention tool, the VIN Retention Report. Anyone can find out how many cars they sold in a given period of time, but your VIN retention report will show by VIN the vehicles or customers you retained and the ones you lost. But that's not all. ShopSmart's technology can show you where your VINs ended up. Did they trade them in at another dealership? Did they switch models? Did they sell their vehicle privately or go to auction? You're constantly spending marketing dollars and time trying to target your current customers, but you could be marketing to customers that have moved on. And now you'll have the power to see where they went and change your strategy to target them in ways that brings them back. Not to mention, you can identify your strengths and weaknesses within the dealership to help lift up your staff and give them the confidence and drive they need to retain and gain your customers. The VIN Retention Report is yours at ShopSmartAutos, the number 4, dealers.com. It's the most powerful retention tool out there. All right, so that's our VIN Retention Report from ShopSmartAutos. Extremely powerful tool. I say it every time there is the sponsor of the week. To be able to know the VINs you held on to, the VINs you lost, and to know where those people ended up and being able to figure out ways to target them, to bring them back into your dealership. I can't imagine anyone not wanting that as a tool. So again, today we have Ying with us from the Queens College Tech Incubator. And I guess we would just want to start out, Ying, with how about just a little bit of background on you and why also the Tech Incubator was created in the first place.
Sure. My name is Ying Zhou. I currently am the executive director for the Tech Incubator at Queens College. The incubator was created with a sponsorship from New York City Council. And at the time, Jimmy Vaca, who is a council member, they have visited other incubators in the New York State and came to the realization this could be a really good resources to help local businesses and economic growth. And so they have decided to allocate some funding and to create 3 such incubators within CUNY City University of New York, Queens College being one of such colleges, and similar incubator has been created also at a School of Staten Island and as well as Lehman College. The primary goal is really to serve local businesses and help them start and grow their businesses.
Wow, and this creates a lot of great opportunities for the students as well, right?
Absolutely. So one of the things that is benefits for the students is now we have companies on campus, and a lot of students are looking for hands-on experiences solving real-world problems, and these companies become host companies for our student interns. And as a matter of fact, Richie was with the company at the incubator, and that interact with students and provide opportunities for them to enter at the incubator.
Yeah, no, that's huge. Yeah, anytime my kids, their girlfriends, I'm constantly now dealing with the college and moving on into the workforce situation, and I tell them all the time, internship, get your foot in the door. It's incredible. Even if you don't end up there permanently, you have that hands-on experience, and Also gives you an idea of whether or not you even like the career that you're choosing to go into as well. Better than finding out years down the road. And Richie, and you're directly involved with the incubator, right?
Yes, I've been involved with Incubator a long time. I met Ying a very long time ago, and one of the things, I'll never bring a product line out there unless I believe in it, I've inspected, and I know is the best of the best. Okay, and what I'm seeing as this technology world, the evolution that we're in, and I've talked about this. Earth is an evolution. All right. The animals you saw a million years ago, they don't exist no more because of evolution. Things die and opportunity come in. More and more opportunity comes in, right? So the old tradition way of doing things, right, in marketing, a new opportunity came in that died, but a much greater opportunity came in, right? So the beautiful thing about the tech incubator is that automotive dealers that are all going like data science people, this, that, oh my God, what is this? So we have a program for the internships to hit the automotive sector in the technology world that it's very difficult for certain dealerships. They're going through a lot of problems with their data science people. They need to hire computer guys, computer science people. They need to hire technology people in the next few months. Everything is technology. AI is in there where we have this whole AI thing with Queens College. It's like when you're affiliated like myself with a college like Queens College, and you have the incubator access. What I want to do is I don't want that for me, you know. I want to share that. I want to give that to my dealers. I want to give that to my businesses. The dealer space is good for me, but not as much as regular businesses, which the college knows the businesses that I've been doing with the regular business, with Clickable, with, whether it's construction, roofing, medical, you know, different industries, and that's great. Now we got the same thing with the automotive sector. Just think about this, Mr. Dealer. You go hire yourself an intern, you have no risk,
Mm-hmm.
right? You go to Indeed and you see a nice resume and all that, and when you put them to work, they really don't know. So these kids are fresh out of school. There's a requirement for you to go to Queens College. You have to have a good score, GPA, really good. Uh, all the kids there are really, really sharp, hardworking, a lot of discipline. It's a great organization, and it's great what they're doing with the kids. Now, from a perspective of, I have a kid that he's going to college, the first thing I'm going to look is at the tech incubator. The first thing I'm going to look at, do you have an intern program? So we do, and it's going to bring that perspective to the automotive sector that is so much in need. You got to be very computer friendly. You got to understand what you're doing. Lee, as you know, I'm not going to mention by name, but there's a company that is one of, like, more or less a little bit of what ShopSmart does. They hired this gentleman that didn't know computers, didn't know anything. And yes, it was feasible, but the whole process failed.
Right.
And the good thing is that whatever technology you get, these kids are very well versed with it. These kids can figure out technology 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, they're born into it.
I mean, right. And they're studying that. That's what they're studying. So
Yeah.
the automotive sector needs that. I see them struggling in certain platforms because they're complicated. When you talk about this CRM, we have it in a lot of different businesses where partners go high level. Great marketing CRM. I've never seen anything like this. But now that's complex. That becomes complicated. You show this to one of these kids, boom, they right away up and running with this thing, 1, 2, 3. And that audience is needed for the automotive sector. So in return, they are helping Queens College, which is, and tell me if I'm right or wrong, it's a nonprofit organization, is that correct?
Yeah.
So you are giving back to a nonprofit organization like Queens College, and you're helping the new generation come in to the workforce.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're finding out they're right fresh out of school. Here's the thing, right? From my experience, theory is one thing, okay? Practice is the other, okay? Where theory could break down is with the practice. So now you have these kids going into your dealership, setting things up for you, and you as the owner, you inspect it. Very feasible program. You got young kids with a massive amount of energy, creative. Wow. We talk about creative. When I sit down with them and we have a meeting, like once a week, we have a meeting right at Queens College. They're very, very creative. You tell them anything, it's fresh in their mind. Their solutions are right there. In the psychology part, okay, remember something. At that age group, those kids don't know what failure is. Their confidence level is way up. Their education level is way up. They're fresh.
Right.
They don't have failures. So they're going to start with you with tremendous confidence, with tremendous positive, and they're going to keep going. And now it's up to that leader, whether it's a general manager, the dealer itself, or whoever, to make sure that you're always going to fail, but to make sure that you minimize your failure. When you minimize your failure, you start scaling your business, right? And the biggest thing that I have learned is they're so fresh out of school that they come up with solutions, 1, 2, 3, as you thinking this, and they're going, oh, okay, wait a minute.
Right.
They have a different point of view. And that's an opportunity for the business people. Bringing in a few interns to your dealerships, it's just going to create more energy because now everything's running right. Instead of the sales department saying, I don't understand this. I don't get this. I don't get that. I don't get this. Well, you put the right person in there that's just out of school that has learned tremendously. Education in that world, boom. There's a lot of dealerships out there that are getting data science people, and it's getting to be a revolving door because they're limited, right? They go to school, they learn it, and you're not really testing them. With this, you can do A/B testing, which in the technology world, you should always do A/B testing, right? You do A/B testing, and then you pick the best of the best.
Right.
That's what my whole thing is today, to bring these interns to the automotive space.
That's huge. And actually, we have a video here from the incubator. I believe it's from the president of the school.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Queens College President Frank H. Wu. I wanted to take a moment to congratulate you all on your acceptance into the Tech Incubator at the Queens College Virtual Internship Program. Acceptance into this first cohort is a great achievement. You should all be proud. You're among the select few chosen from a pool of over 670 applicants. This is really exciting. You should use this unique opportunity to continue your learning journey to acquire more business acumen, digital skills, and professional skills. You will become better prepared to join the indispensable future workforce needed to help make the world a better place. Our motto here at Queens College is, we learn so that we may serve. I commend you on your passion and eagerness to learn and then to serve. our communities with newfound skills and knowledge. You are helping entrepreneurs to recover, rebuild, grow their businesses. You're also enhancing the vital role of Queens College in contributing to the revitalization of our borough and our city. I want to thank especially the Queens College Foundation for their generous support. It is through their unprecedented generosity that funding for your internships was made possible. Our QC Foundation members are comprised of QC alumni and supporters who want to give back to their alma mater, an institution with a mission. You may wish to send them a note or an email and thank them for making this possible. I also encourage you to pay it forward by helping your fellow students to succeed. Congratulations once again. I look forward to hearing about the great work you will do in web design and development, social media and digital marketing, data analytics, and research in the coming months. Thank you, and have a productive and enjoyable experience.
Yeah, that's awesome. So for a business to be able to get involved, Ying, are there anything expected of the business, qualifications?
To be involved as an incubator member or as a host company for interns?
Either or, actually. I guess you could talk a little on both.
Okay. So to become a member, we have right now we have two ways. We have a physical location on campus that has offices and classrooms and conference rooms, facilities where business can come in. They can have a desk or an office to work out of the incubator as their company location. So that's one way. And currently, also because of the COVID, we actually extended membership to virtual members. So if a company wanted to use our resources and leverage our interns or other programs, they can sign up as a virtual member where we work with them to support their journey to become a real viable business. Yeah.
Wow. And out of all the different type of curriculum, do you see are there a large number of students that are flocking to an area that's most popular?
Yeah, so students currently we have three large groups, even though students come from all different disciplines, but we have a concentration on computer science where students are interested in web development, mobile development, and a lot of them aspire to become software engineer. And with new AI hype, and a lot of them are looking into AI, machine learning, and some of them are interested in data analytics. And we have a separate master's program that have a data analytics program. So we have students from there who work on data-related projects. And then we have students from art departments, primarily focusing on design, that include the graphics design, user interface, user experience design. And so there's a large group from there. And then, of course, business students. We started to have business students. And a lot of them are actually having 2 degrees, crossing computer science and design, or computer science and business, and some has a major plus a minor. So but generally speaking, we welcome any students from any discipline. We had in the past, when we were offering cybersecurity program, we had students coming from anthropology, politics, and psychology. Like, it's just different disciplines. They come and they take an opportunity to branch out. We have French students also.
Oh yeah.
We have a program with French students one semester. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's an unbelievable thing to me how, I mean, when I was a kid, there were all different corners of the world, business, from a business perspective, where technology didn't necessarily have to come into play. You know, you could reject certain things, and watching in the marketing and the advertising world, when back in the late 80s, when all the artists switched over to computers, we had people walk out. They wanted nothing to do with it. Or we went from having a big photography room where we would have to do the print ads and take these giant pictures with all these chemicals and all this stuff, and then all of a sudden now we're on a desktop computer, and it's basically you go to a farmer's market now, this technology. It's unbelievable to me how there's no escaping it anymore, pretty much, unless you're gonna, live off the grid in the woods. But yeah, yeah, Richie. I mean, too, because you weren't necessarily always a technology person yourself. You grew into it over the years. You could see the huge change, right?
Yeah, and I gotta say this: when I went to the incubator 7 years ago, 8 years ago, with Looksmart, I really didn't know that much. I didn't. All we had was Clickable and have ShopSmart. I didn't know about data. So there, I learned a lot. Uh, I really did. That that whole environment that's there, it's about knowledge grasping. And we learned a lot. We
Yeah.
were there for quite some time, and we all scaled. And that's why I think that the atmosphere, the environment, which is a key word, you know, you have to have an environment for you to do what you're doing now. Like you got to be prepared for it. The environment is close to none. That's a great place, and I learned a lot from being in the auto sector to there in the 7 8 years, and you keep learning. What it taught me was digital marketing. One of the reasons that I like it, and one of the things that I'm a paid search guy, right? One of the things is you always got to be learning and learning. So by being around the younger generation that's in the school that has their own perspective, they're learning all the time. They're learning, 3 4 5 hours a day versus as we're working 8 hours a day, right? So they have like an advantage, say a little bit over us. They're learning as we're working,
Right.
right? So when you're around certain of those kids, you're also grasping and learning. You actually learn more
Yeah.
than they learn from you because you're just in the real world. They're just coming up with stuff. Understand something. There's case studies out there. The technology that we have today, a big percentage of them were done at an incubator accelerator. Okay, as California, Arizona, all these states, New York, it's all about that tech incubator, because it's like that's where we're headed. Technology is scaling and scaling and growing. And, there's a lot of things that come out of a tech incubator. There's a lot of bright ideas, bright minds that that's what they do. And then you have the accelerator because what you do is we hear a presentation of a kid's great idea. Now we need funding to execute that, right? So now that's where it is. They have the idea, then you have the investors that put that idea to work and to see, because you do at the end of the day, you need one thing, which is money to grow your business and scale.
Right.
Because
Right.
it's just an idea. Well, how do you go to market? How do you do these things? So that's the investors come in and give you the money, and then you're able to get into that hub and then reach out to other companies that do the marketing perspective, that do different things to scale a business. And that's the beautiful thing about the incubator, that it's what it is. It's a business hub, you know. And if you really think about something, it's helping the local economy, it's helping the US economy. So listen, we are all comfortable with this online buying and all that. Let's face it, does that really help the local economy? You know, call it a spade, you know. But we got to help the local economy. And these incubators, accelerators are coming up from all over the country.
Hmm.
And that includes abroad, by the way. In the UK, they got one of the biggest incubators there is, you
Yeah.
know, that has scaled out in Europe. And, you know, this is a great thing. And the interns, you can bring in interns that have this knowledge and help your business. Wow, that's a great product line.
Yeah. Yeah. It's tremendous. Yeah. And it's interesting what you were saying about how while we're working, they're learning. And look at Facebook, right? I mean, wasn't that created just a couple of people sitting on a college campus? You know?
Right.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, and I remember when I was in college, yeah, the free time you have, it's unbelievable. I was writing children's books. I was exploring all different avenues and things. I wasn't creating technology. I probably should have, but yeah, it is. It's unbelievable at that age what can come out of these minds that are not afraid of failure. Too, at least most of them.
Right, because you haven't failed yet, so you're not exposed to it.
Right.
Right. So your mindset is totally different after you failed 4 or 5 times. You start questioning yourself. Your
Yeah.
confidence drops. It's a battle, right? You got to always be training yourself with mindset and all this. These kids don't know that yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can take somebody and go ahead, you know.
Right.
As a business owner, you say to yourself, okay, so I know I got to fail 4 or 5 times, you know, with every employee until they get it. That's
Right.
only, you know that, so you don't really care about that. All you can do is inspect them and coach them through the way in the business perspective, not so much the technology perspective, right?
Right.
In that, the road, I call it the road to success,
Right.
right? That road to success, sometimes you feel that you have the success, but then you run into a block and you don't see that block because you're so much involved with it, you might not see it.
Right.
So one of these kids might come in and says, oh, well, wait a minute. Here it is. Boom. And right away. And just think about this. The enthusiasm and the energy you're bringing in to your company, right? And your teams, as you got somebody fresh out, somebody that's ready to go to work, somebody that's ready to show you what he knows, right?
Right.
That's like it's win, 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 and now let's win more. Okay.
Right.
That's what it is. And that's great because that energy and that positivity and that enthusiasm is going to carry your business within the first 90 days.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to carry your business within 90 days. That's like a shot of vitamin B12 for your business.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And it's interesting how that perspective, there hasn't been more and more business owners attaching to that. Yeah. I say to myself, well, why? Why? So let's identify the opportunity here.
Right. Right.
Young, smart, they need a GPA to be where they're at. You got computer science guys. You got robotics guys that are learning robotics there, guys.
Yeah, and how many are in the incubator in total out of the 600 and something applicants?
Oh, that was for the first cohort. I'm trying to think. That was a couple of years ago. I think we might have admitted about 20. But since then, we've been admitting interns from a variety of sources, and we have had over 500 interns going through the program in the past 4 years, I think.
Holy cow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And what we're trying to do is scale that. The other thing is, so you have somebody of your age group, Lee.
Mm-hmm.
wants to change and wants to learn. Wants to go to Queens College. We got career people that flip. Well, they're doing this. I don't want to. I see the digital marketing thing. I want to get a master's in business administration and I want to get some knowledge in technology. So you got these people now that, here's the thing, they have life experience. Oh, watch this one.
Right.
Here's the real spin. You mean to tell me you got somebody like you that has life experience already, and then we're attaching the knowledge side. We're integrating the knowledge with life experience. Oh my God, that intern I want right away.
Yeah.
Because now you've got that life experience and you know enough that you don't know enough. That's the key, right? That's a big thing. You know enough that you don't know enough. And how do I know that? When you went back to school. That's how I know that. And now that person that has life experience, talk about enthusiasm. That person is learning something new, knows about the workforce because he's been in the workforce. Now that opportunity, you bring that person in, that person will just go to the next level because he's got that life experience and he's already got the knowledge from Queens College. A very important mix there and a very important metrics there. The failure ratio has dropped at, let's say, 47 to 55. That's when you really start learning the failure perspective. And now you start changing and you start growing, right? And you start growing because you made a decision already. You know enough that you don't know enough. How many people change their careers and go to school and get educated? Not too many people could do that. I've been in the car business a long time. I could have said to myself, I'm going to stay in the car business. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Or maybe I'll go back to the dealers. I didn't. What I did, I saw the opportunity 7 to 8 years ago of the technology world scaling. I partner up with one of my partners. He was just a computer science guy, technology, Michael Ownhart. And I decided, wait a minute, let me learn this. Because this is an opportunity. Not many could do that. People stay within their career, and if their growth is not there, they're okay with it. You know, it's always about moving the needle and keep going and going and going. You got a brick wall, get me a sledgehammer. Can't go through with a sledgehammer, give me two dynamites, let me blow it up. Keep going because that's where the opportunity is. And when you break that wall, you see that opportunity, which that's what Queens College is. It's like a hidden secret that a lot of business owners out there don't realize how important that opportunity is for your business and how you can help a nonprofit organization, which is tremendous, which is Queens College. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it sounds like an unbelievable opportunity for the business community and for the kids. Was there anything else about the incubator that you wanted to speak on, Ying?
I want to make one correction. The Queens College being non-for-profit. Queens College is actually a public institution, and the incubator, which is part of the research foundation of CUNY, is a non-for-profit. Just want to make that clarification.
Oh, okay.
And the Queens College Foundation, which sponsored the internship, is also a non-for-profit organization. Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm very excited for the opportunity that Richie is bringing to us, and which is to connect the students with the businesses. I think the students get a tremendous opportunity to get mentor mentoring from the businesses to
Yeah.
get that life experience that they weren't able to get just from the classroom. So, I agree with what Richie is saying. It's really a win-win-win situation, and I'm looking forward to move this program forward. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you for being with us today, and for sharing on the incredible opportunity out there at Queens College in the Tech Incubator. And as always, Richie, I want to thank you too for having me here.
Lee, I got one thing to say. The tier one enterprise businesses have two programs. One is an intern and the other one is a mentor. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, I want people to think about that. MSN, Google, enterprise business. Well, we're going to follow people like that are enterprise tier one, that are successful.
Right.
The college itself has mentor programs, okay, affiliated with a lot of mentor clubs. Think about this. I'm leaving on this note. The intern program with a mentor program is the best. Business has changed in the last decade. Okay, it's totally changed. Mentorship. Make sure that whether you use interns or not, whether you use my service or not, get out of this whole video that we did with the Tech Incubator, with Ying and with Lee Wolf, get something out of it. The one thing you got to get out of it, start developing a mentor program. Mr. Dealer, Mr. Business Owner, mentor program. The enterprise folks are doing it. Whether you look at IBM, Microsoft, whatever you're looking at, the big data world has a department of that mentorship. That's all I got to say.
All right. Well, everyone have a great day. I hope our listeners and watchers have a wonderful day and a great week. And we will catch up with you again in a week.
Thank you. God bless you all.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Thank you.